Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel for today's new video. Seth Rollins has had an extraordinary career in professional wrestling, particularly during his tenure in WWE. Having debuted in 2004, Rollins worked tirelessly to establish himself on the independent circuit, wrestling for promotions like Wrestling Society X, IWA Mid-South, and Ring of Honor, where he earned recognition as one of the brightest young talents in the business. When Rollins finally joined WWE, his star continued to rise. He quickly transitioned from developmental in NXT to becoming one of the company's premier performers. Over the years, Rollins has headlined major events, including WrestleMania, captured numerous championships, and carved out a legacy as one of the most consistent and reliable wrestlers of his generation. Despite his undeniable success, Rollins' WWE career has not been without its challenges. Throughout his run, there were missteps in his booking and presentation, particularly under Vince McMahon's creative direction. These missteps sometimes limited his potential and left fans frustrated. Here, we delve into the 4 biggest mistakes WWE made with Seth Rollins, from missed opportunities to poorly executed storylines. By late 2015, Seth Rollins was riding high as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He had firmly established himself as one of WWE's top heels, thanks to his cunning character and association with the Authority. However, disaster struck in November 2015 when Rollins suffered a severe knee injury during a live event match against Kane. This injury sidelined him for months and forced him to relinquish his championship. Rollins made his triumphant return at Extreme Rules in May 2016, attacking Roman Reigns with a pedigree after Reigns' successful title defense against AJ Styles. The crowd exploded with cheers, thrilled to see Rollins back in action. Despite his previous heel status, fans were ready to embrace him as a babyface, recognizing his resilience and hard work in returning to the ring. However, WWE chose to double down on Rollins as a villain. Instead of capitalizing on the organic momentum for a babyface turn, Vince McMahon kept Rollins as a heel, aligning him against Reigns, who was still struggling to gain acceptance as WWE's top babyface. This decision alienated fans and created unnecessary tension between the audience's desires and the company's creative direction. A babyface Rollins could have been a compelling protagonist in 2016, especially against the heavily booed Reigns. Fans were eager to cheer for him, but WWE's insistence on forcing the narrative led to missed opportunities. This booking misstep also inadvertently contributed to Roman Reigns' continued struggles as a fan favorite, as audiences felt WWE was ignoring their preferences. In 2019, WWE decided to incorporate real-life relationships into its storytelling, a move that often generates mixed results. When Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch publicly revealed their relationship, WWE saw an opportunity to bring the couple's chemistry to the forefront on television. However, what could have been a fun and engaging storyline instead turned into a flop. Rollins and Lynch teamed up to feud with Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans, culminating in a mixed tag team match at Extreme Rules 2019. On paper, this seemed like a good way to elevate all 4 performers, especially since Lynch and Rollins were 2 of WWE's most popular babyfaces at the time. Unfortunately, the execution left much to be desired. Fans struggled to connect with the on-screen pairing of Rollins and Lynch. Their real-life relationship didn't translate well into the exaggerated world of WWE storytelling. Becky Lynch, who had been riding high as the Man, came off as less charismatic when paired with Rollins, while Seth seemed overshadowed by her overwhelming popularity. Their interactions lacked the natural chemistry fans expected, and the storyline did more harm than good to both stars' momentum. Additionally, the feud failed to elevate Corbin or Evans. Both were still developing as top-tier heels, but the storyline's lack of depth and repetitive nature did little to endear them to fans. The entire program felt forced and ultimately left all 4 performers worse off than before. This mishandling highlights a common issue in WWE's booking, attempting to capitalize on real-life relationships without considering how they fit into ongoing narratives or how audiences might perceive them. Rollins and Lynch would have been better off focusing on their individual paths rather than being shoehorned into an awkward storyline together. Seth Rollins has earned a reputation as one of WWE's most dependable in-ring performers. Known for his versatility, athleticism, and ability to adapt to various opponents, Rollins has delivered countless memorable matches. Unfortunately, his feud with The Fiend Bray Wyatt at Hell in a Cell 2019 became a glaring exception to his otherwise stellar track record. The match took place inside Hell in a Cell, a structure synonymous with brutality and high stakes. WWE added an additional layer of theatrics by bathing the entire match in eerie red lighting, which many fans found distracting and unpleasant to watch. The Fiend character, an unstoppable supernatural force, presented unique challenges for storytelling, as his invincibility made it difficult to craft a compelling narrative. The match saw Rollins unleash an excessive number of finishers and weapon strikes on the Fiend, yet his offense appeared ineffective. The bizarre pacing, coupled with a confusing and anticlimactic disqualification finish, left fans bewildered and outraged. The notion of a disqualification in a match designed to have no rules was widely panned as a booking failure. To make matters worse, the feud continued and Rollins ultimately lost the Universal Championship to The Fiend at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. The mishandling of this storyline damaged both Rollins and The Fiend. Rollins' credibility as a top babyface took a significant hit, while The Fiend's aura of invincibility quickly became overexposed and less special. This match is often cited as one of the worst in recent WWE history, and it serves as a cautionary tale about the risks of overbooking and prioritizing spectacle over substance. For a performer of Rollins' caliber, being involved in such a debacle was a major setback. Perhaps the most significant mistake in Seth Rollins' WWE career was the company's reluctance to position him as the undisputed top star, particularly under Vince McMahon's leadership. Despite his numerous accomplishments and undeniable talent, Rollins often felt like a secondary figure in WWE's hierarchy. Under McMahon, Rollins frequently played second fiddle to other stars, such as Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena. While he was regularly featured in main events and championship matches, his booking often lacked the consistency and gravitas that define true ace performers. Rollins' heel runs relied heavily on outside interference and alliances, while his babyface runs were sometimes undermined by lackluster storylines or inconsistent character development. One example of this was Rollins' time as WWE Universal Champion in 2019. While his victories over Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35 and SummerSlam were significant, his subsequent feuds and storylines failed to maintain the momentum. The aforementioned feud with The Fiend further diminished his credibility as a top babyface, and by the end of the year, his stock had noticeably dropped. In contrast, Triple H's handling of Rollins during his time in NXT, and more recently under the new creative regime, has demonstrated how effective Seth can be as a central figure. His reign as World Heavyweight Champion in 2023 showcased his ability to carry a brand and solidified his status as one of WWE's premier performers. This stark contrast highlights how Rollins' potential was often undervalued under McMahon's leadership. While Vince occasionally gave Rollins opportunities, he never fully committed to making him the face of the company, a decision that many fans and analysts view as a missed opportunity. Seth Rollins has undeniably had an incredible career in WWE, with numerous accolades and unforgettable moments. However, his journey has also been marred by missteps and missed opportunities, many of which stemmed from creative decisions that failed to capitalize on his talent and popularity. From the botched babyface turn in 2016 to the disastrous feud with The Fiend, Rollins has endured several frustrating booking decisions. the ill-fated pairing with Becky Lynch, and his inconsistent positioning as a top star under Vince McMahon further highlights the challenges he has faced throughout his career. Despite these setbacks, Rollins has persevered and continues to thrive as one of WWE's most beloved and reliable performers. Under the guidance of Triple H, he has finally been given the platform to shine as a true ace, proving that even the most significant mistakes can eventually be corrected with the right approach. For Seth Rollins, the future looks as bright as ever.